Greetings and welcome to the 13th episode of Morrowind Modding Manors, and as always, I'm your host, Dark Elf Guy, and today we're going to be taking a look at another 3 random house mods as we try and find your ideal home in the lands of Ardenfell. And in today's selection of homes are truly random. There's some strange and also some fairly nice looking homes in today's lineup, but anyway, as always, download links are down below. So let's go ahead and get started with our first house mod, which for this week is Cairo Villa by Crankgorilla. And this mod adds a, well, interesting looking house to the outskirts of Ald-Ruhn. And yes, this is, well, a bit different from the typical buildings you might expect to find in a Radoran city like this, instead using one of the house models from the Desert Architecture Modders resource, I believe. And this home here does come with rooftop access, including flowers and a fountain for some reason. But anyway, just moving on inside, this home is divided between 3 different floors, with a display area, kitchen, and a dining room on the first floor here. And needless to say, you can definitely tell this is a Crankgorilla mod. After all, Crankgorilla has always had a habit of using a ton of mods resources, more so in his older mods like this one, and pretty much everything in this home is from a, one mods resource pack or another. Either way though, it's a nice looking home, and you'll find a small bathing area on the second floor, with some more shelves and containers, and it should be noted that most of the containers here are labeled for your convenience, like for weapons and armors and clothing and all that. And lastly, there's of course a master bedroom, which comes with a master bed, a dressing area, and a table and shelves for, displaying items. There's also a chest full of treasure, and this mod does have, some perhaps overpowering loot for what is essentially a free home. But anyway, overall, this is a small and unique home with some nice looking modders resources. Though it's quite different from really anything else in the vanilla game, and it probably won't be suited to everyone. As for convenience features, it's located just a short ways from the Ald-Ruhn Silt Strider, and it does have plenty of storage, a bit of display space, and a bathing area. And all in all, this is an ideal home for those looking for something just a bit different in Ald-Ruhn. Now moving on, we're next going to be taking a look at Hillside Manor by Venharis. And this is another relatively small house mod that adds a new house, the hills behind the upper class district in Balmora. And yes, this location will obviously conflict with a lot of mods out there, such as a Grand Abode, or Epic Balmora, or Balmora Expanded, and also Morrowind Rebirth naturally. So that's just, something to keep in mind here. Moving inside though, you'll find a rather cozy and atmospheric abode to call your own, with a lovely entry hall, including a number of tables and shelving units that you can use for displaying items, as well as a central little garden here that's just, rather scenic, and a roaring fireplace that adds a cozy light to this, set of chambers here. You also find the magic lab right off this entry hall here, with a set of alchemical equipment and a fair bit of storage, and really this first set of rooms is probably one of my favourite parts of this entire house mod. And anyway, upstairs on the second floor, you'll find the master bedroom, which is a pretty small room here, with just a small single bed and a bit of storage. And moving on, you also find a training room with some more shelving units that you can use to display items, and also a number of practice dummies. So I don't think these are animated, so they're mostly just for decoration. But it's a nice looking room regardless. And there's also a couple of small storage rooms located on the upper levels of this abode, with a number of crates, chests, baskets, and other various containers that you can just store loot into if you so desire. And overall, while this is one house mod that will run into an absolute ton of conflicts, I have to say this is probably my favorite house mod out of today's batch. It's just, really cozy and atmospheric, just the sort of thing I love in a house mod. And it does come with plenty of storage and display space, as well as an alchemy lab, and a short commute to the Balmora Market District. If you're not using a lot of mods already and just want a warm and cozy abode, you might want to just give this mod a try. And finally, we have Balmora Home by Yan25, and like pretty much every mod in today's video, this is a fairly small house mod which adds a small house and shop to the market square in Balmora, conveniently located right next to the Silt Strider. And before you can move into this house, you'll need to stop in at the shop first, on the first floor, and, buy the deed from the merchant here. And fair warning, the dialogue here isn't exactly great. The original author was not a native English speaker, so some mistakes should be expected. And anyway, this house will set you back about 150,000 gold, and yes, that's, really pretty expensive. But just going upstairs, you'll find that this is a really, pretty small apartment. and probably one of the most expensive apartments that you can buy in any mod. I mean, for 150,000 gold, you'd think you'd get a bit more space, but you just get a single bedroom apartment with a bed, table, desk, and a set of bookshelves, and that's it. And all in all, this is a really basic and really expensive house mod that doesn't really come with much, just the bare bone basics really. But if you're looking for a challenge, or, just want to spend an absurdly large amount of money on a very tiny apartment, well, this mod may well be for you. And anyway, that wraps up today's episode of Morrowind Modding Manors, and yes, I know it was a bit on the short side, but all well, we'll be back in about a month, courtesy of our new schedule, with another 3 mods for your viewing pleasure. And until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.